Have you ever felt that sinking, heavy feeling when someone you care about starts pulling away? Maybe a friend takes hours to reply to a message, or a partner seems a little distant. Your mind starts racing. What if they're losing interest? What if they leave me? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Today, we're going to explore the psychology behind the fear of abandonment, where it comes from, how it affects your relationships, and most importantly, how you can start breaking free from it. The fear of abandonment isn't just about being physically alone. It's about losing the sense of emotional safety you feel with someone. It's that deep worry that someone important to you will reject you, disappear, or stop caring, leaving you feeling unwanted or unloved. Psychologists see it as a form of anxiety that can affect the way you think, feel, and behave. For many people, it's not something you just grow out of. It's rooted much deeper, often in your earliest experiences with love, connection, and security. Let's go back to childhood. If you grew up with inconsistent affection, maybe sometimes you felt loved but other times ignored, if you experienced loss, neglect, or emotional unavailability from caregivers, or if you lived in an environment where love felt like it had to be earned, your brain learned a survival lesson. Love is fragile, and it can disappear at any moment. This isn't weakness. It's a natural response to instability. But here's the problem. Even when you grow up and your life changes, that old wiring can stay with you. In psychology, this fear is closely linked to attachment theory. Attachment styles form early in life and influence how you relate to others. If you developed an anxious attachment style, you might constantly monitor the emotional temperature of a relationship, reading into every text, tone, or facial expression. You might even find yourself overcompensating, giving too much, trying to be perfect, or sacrificing your needs just to keep someone close. On the other side, some people develop an avoidance style, pushing people away to avoid being hurt. Both are rooted in the same underlying fear. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Different personality systems like Socionics, Enneagram, and MBTI can reveal how this fear shows up for different people. In Enneagram, Type 4 often feels a deep sense of being misunderstood, while Type 6 fears losing security and trust. Both can struggle with abandonment anxiety. In MBTI, types with strong FE or FI may be more sensitive to emotional distance because relationships are central to their identity. In Socionics, types like EEI or ESE may feel especially unsettled when emotional harmony is disrupted. Your personality type doesn't cause the fear, but it shapes your reaction to it. If you've ever found yourself doing these things, you might be dealing with this fear. Overanalyzing texts, tone of voice, or small changes in behavior, constantly seeking reassurance that someone cares, feeling intense anxiety if you don't get a quick reply, avoiding deep relationships altogether to protect yourself from possible pain. The irony is, trying to avoid abandonment often pushes people away, which then confirms the fear you were trying to avoid. Here's the trap many people fall into. You meet someone and feel connected. You start to worry about losing them. You change your behavior, maybe becoming clingy or overly cautious. The other person feels pressured or distance. The distance triggers your worst fear, and the cycle repeats. Breaking this cycle requires awareness and deliberate action. Healing your fear of abandonment doesn't mean you'll never feel anxious again. It means you'll be able to respond instead of react. Here are some steps. Identify your triggers. Notice the moments when anxiety spikes and what thoughts come with it. Build self-worth. Remind yourself that your value isn't dependent on anyone's presence. Seek relationships with emotional consistency, people who communicate clearly and respect boundaries. Challenge the narrative. When your brain says, they're leaving, ask yourself, what evidence do I really have? Therapy or self-work, attachment-focused therapy, inner child work, or journaling can help rewire old patterns. The fear of abandonment is powerful because it taps into one of our deepest human needs, the need to belong. But you're not broken for feeling this way. This fear is not your identity, it's a learned response to past experiences. And what is learned can be unlearned. The first step is exactly what you're doing right now, understanding it. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and share it with someone who might need to hear this. And if you want more deep dives into psychology, personality types, and how to break unhealthy patterns, subscribe to Unhealthy Psychology. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.